Good morning. Today we're on the Pacific Coast Highway. Right now we're just north of San Simeon, and we're going to be visiting the Hearst Castle. William Randolph Hearst made his money in the early 1900s and had several newspapers and became a pretty big media mogul and was able to build quite an establishment. So we have a couple tours planned. We're excited to do it. So beautiful day today. So we have a couple tours planned. The first one is the Grand Room tour. So we need to head to Gate 1 to get on the bus.
Camping in tents. I'm getting a little old for that. I'm thinking of building a little something. Well, his
typical weather pattern in the summer where it's foggy at the coast and sunny up here. Welcome everybody, move away from the stage.
This is the Casa del Sol, which is actually a guest cottage.
So in 2014, full restraint, and then in 2016, it's little cracks underneath the marble. Removed all the marble, patched hundreds of cracks, and then they put in a rubberized liner. We watched the whole thing. Put in a Neptune pool. We haven't really talked about Neptune, have we? There's Neptune at the top of the temple. He bought those quite a bit after he actually visited Egypt. See, remember, he was a world traveler, his mother was. Naturally occurring mineral. This is the only time of year where I mention this because it's the only time of year you see it. Notice the spray of pink flowers? That's the way it was designed. Combination of both. The antiques are the yellowed pieces. Do you notice the Gothic Wildman? Those are famous Hollywood movie stars, directors, cinematographers, screenwriters. Those were the people who were regulars here. Now, the guests who came in for cocktail hour, that would be probably about 7:30. Slip covers for the summer. But anyway, they would have these very comfortable chairs. They would not sit in the room without the tapestries. Yeah,
This is the living room
so he bought
for
the
the main
tapestries.
building.
Actually, the ones on the long walls are very important. So on either side of that massive portal that you because you can see the width of the tapestry. And so they would sit with actually they had a cartoon underneath the threads. They would weave about 11 inches in a month. Editors, and then he would come down in an elevator, and the door would be closed. So if you were a guest here, people would joke, oh, he's coming through the secret door, and he would come through and introduce himself. He wanted to meet you over dinner, though. And the dining room is right through this door, which also blends. But Mr. Hearst had started a relationship with Marion Davies, who, when he met her, she was a Ziegfeld Ball dance girl. She would end up in film, in many of his films, 46 of his films. She was a star. It's just wall paneling. He chose to leave those seats. They're interesting to talk about because they have that little ledge that looks so uncomfortable, but standing is not comfortable for hours on time. That's at a time. That's what the clergy had to do hundreds of years ago. So they would perch on the ledge, arrange their robes so it looked like they were standing when they were sitting. Notice the very strong pointed arch, once again repeated here. And the strong vertical line adding to the feeling of height in this room. I'm going to tell you something that you might not believe initially, and that is that there's an optical illusion.
We're leaving the dining room of the Hearst Castle, heading into one of the sitting rooms.
Then you're going to have a 2-hour movie, and then maybe you're going to the indoor pool to go swimming. You're staying up ceilings. This is a mind-boggling number, 41 antique ceilings in this house. That's just hard to believe. So this one was imported from from northeastern Spain, Teruel, and it has an extension that was done in the 20s because the ceiling was too small to fit the room.
Leaving the sitting room and we're heading into the billiard room.
That's 13 years after the program. That's quite a while.
Another beautiful ceiling.
Now, one factor was, it was really hard to do any construction work. You're going to avoid the rainy season because the road was impassable at times in Mr. Hearst. But it is in a chance. It doesn't look like it's an uneven contest. You get to figure that out. But what's really interesting is how big that dog is. And this gives you a little peek. In Mr. Hearst Day, before you saw the feature film, you would see movie stars. So if you ever get a chance to see some of Charlie Chaplin's masterpieces, they include The Gold Rush, City Lights, Modern Times, The Great Dictator. There's Charlie Chaplin with Adolphe Monjou, movie star, Bill Tilden, Wimbledon winner. And they traded on which palatial estate to have parties on the weekends. This was considered the premier invitation. They could go horseback riding. There's Mr. Hearst in his riding outfit.
Just left the movie theater. Now we're going to head to the indoor pool. This tennis court over here is the ceiling of the pool, apparently. Getting ready to head into the indoor pool. Some of the tiles have gold leaf in them.